Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. What a friggin' card that was. Was that the fight of the year? I can't believe that thing went the distance. Both guys were shot by the end of that affair, but that was incredible fight. 10 rounds of absolute warfare, violence. Both Hernandez and Garcia chose violence. That was, look, not the biggest names in the world for sure, but that was absolutely an incredible fight. Just amazing. Vladimir Hernandez, Raul Garcia, unanimous decision. Vladimir Hernandez, I thought he won 96, 91, 95, 92. I thought those cards were about right. 94, 93, probably a little close. I didn't see. That would make it like 5 rounds to 5. I didn't see it like that. Joe, I didn't see that at all. I think the other Mike Ross and Jen O'Connor had those cards right. Also, Jacob Gomez annihilated Jerry Perez. I had a 2-fight parlay. One fight got canceled, so we did make money on this parlay. Not a lot, because Jacob Gomez was minus 800 or so. But we made a little money on it. Not too bad. I just wish the Lester Martinez fight didn't get canceled. Kristen Mock. That was a great fight. Amazing fight. Awesome fight, Kristen. Good to have you in. Good to have you here. I'm assuming Kristen is a female, and we don't have too many females in the audience, so it's especially good to have you back, Kristen. That was a great fight. The whole card was good in the sense that, like, Jacob Gomez on the co-main has really, really, really developed. Like, I think Jacob Gomez is going to be a top-notch prospect. I think that's someone that they're going to want to keep their eye on. I think he could sell. I think 130. I know this fight was at 135. Typically, he's going to fight at 130. Super featherweight, southpaw. I think this is big for him. I think he can make money. I think Jacob Gomez can be a really, really top-notch prospect. Just 22 years old now, 11-0-1. He had a draw back in Cancun back in 2022 to Luis Reyes Carmona. But I'm going to try to get the tape on that fight. Ever since then, he fought Angel Luna before that, knocked him out in the first round. And ever since then, he's been fighting at these Probox cards. So it's been pretty good night. Pretty good night for sure. And then also on the card was, boy, I'm getting old. My brain doesn't work like it used to. Johanna Martinez and Yoel Angeloni. I don't think too highly of Angeloni, but he got the win. And then Martinez scraped by, survived. That was a close fight too. Really, really good fight where he got dropped in the second round, got off the canvas, won. I guess he got the decision. I'm not going to cry too much about it. Not sure he won that fight, but very, very close. Yoel Angeloni got the win as well, the Italian. But a good night of boxing and a good card. And again, if you guys took my advice, you made some money. Unfortunately, the big fight, the Lester Martinez fight, got scrapped. Unfortunately, that would have been a good fight. It would have been an easy money fight. I thought that was I always want to call him Joe Sean Marino, Joe Sean James, Sean Marino, the former running back. I'm combining those two names. Let's go. Amazing fight. This is why we love boxing. That was absolutely amazing. You guys are right. Guys, Muscles makes a really good point, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Join the Patreon if you haven't. It's $5 a month. Get your lock of the week, which I will drop tonight. I will drop the lock of the week tonight. I got a lot of things to do tonight. It's going to be a late night for me. I am sleepy. I am tired, but we're going to get you guys out the lock tonight. If you guys are in the Patreon, it's good to have y'all. It's good to have y'all. Vladimir Hernandez can't help but be in a great fight, right? Like I know his record's not the glossiest, it's not the shiniest. I think he's 16 and 6, 7 knockouts, right? Like it's just not indicative of what he is. Though he just knocked out Guido Schram. Very close loss to Troy Isley on a top-ranked card, I believe, and then he has a win over Lorenzo Simpson. He's been putting it together since the loss to Ramos. I still think Jose Ramos is the best 154 in the world. I've been saying that for years. But when you look at Vladimir Guerrero, the baseball player, Vladimir Hernandez, he's done some big things. He's got a win over Aaron Coley. That was during the pandemic. He came back a month later and knocked out. He got a decision over Angulo. Then got a decision over J-Rock. Then lost to Ramos. And then came back, beat Simpson. Didn't get the benefit of a very close fight to Troy Isley. Then was out of the ring until this past June. And he knocked out Guido Schram in 6. And then he gets this fight. Vladimir Hernandez can't help but being a good fight. Vladimir Hernandez is not the greatest 154 in the world, but he is the most entertaining 154 in the world, and he wins enough where he's always going to have a paycheck. I don't know where he goes from here next. 154 is an interesting division for sure, but he's in the mix. He's in the conversation, even though his record is 16 and 6. I don't know who he's going to fight next. I really don't. I look at the landscape of that division. Who do we want to see him fight? Brandon Adams, he's got the fight coming up. Charles Conwell. Nikita Tszyu. That's a fight I like. Nikita Tszyu is a fight I like. Let's get that. Nikita Tszyu and Vladimir Hernandez. Vito Melnicki. I think Vito Melnicki's dad works on these Probox cards. I think maybe kind of sort of. I don't know. Vito Melnicki fought on the Probox card, didn't he? So Vito Melnicki versus Vladimir Hernandez. Let's do that next. Vlad is I like that, Nino B. I think that's exactly right. Vlad is the next Gabe Rosado. I think that's exactly right. I do. I like that a lot. Let me check one thing real quick. All right, we're good there. Yeah, Vladimir Hernandez is next Gabe Rosado. I think that's exactly right. I couldn't pull the trigger. I feel you. I thought that I thought it was a 50-50 fight. The odds suggested it was a 50-50 fight, Kyle. And it is what it is. That's what it is. There's fights Thursday and Friday this week. Are we betting any of those? Not tomorrow. But let's take a look. Let me get the lockout to you guys. Okay. After I get the lockout to you guys, we'll look at Friday. I'm not betting anything on Thursday. Let's take a look at Friday. All right. I'm laying off Thursday. Look, I know we made a little bit of money. Muscles. No, I'm not out there. You made a little bit of money, but unfortunately, Lester Martinez fight fell off. So our 2-point play was a one standalone bet at minus 800. But look, we made money on it. It's a win. A win is a win. A win is a win, guys. I gave you guys another winner. Don't forget to tip your gambling advisor. Okay, I come through every single week. I tell you what to bet. I tell you what not to bet. Right? What's as important as knowing what to bet is knowing what not to bet. Saturday is going to be interesting. This is a nice week of boxing. This is really is a nice week of boxing. I doubled up on Gomez. There you go. Make a little money on it. Muscles informed me that the Lester Martinez fight was canceled. I was really interested in that fight. I wanted to see that fight. Was it just a bad weight cut? He wasn't strong? Like, what did something happen medically to him, or was he just not feeling well? Does anyone know what happened to Lester Martinez? Because that was interesting. Muscles texted me today and was like, "Yo, no way." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And yeah, Kristen Mock, get in there. Kristen Mock said, I hope Laura KOs Garcia. Yeah, me too. I'm picking Laura. That's definitely going to be a part of my lock. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, you just got a small tip. But no, Christian, I think so. I definitely wins on a money line, but for sure, I think there's a good chance he knocks him out, and that's a prop we should take a look at. But I can promise you, Laura on the money line is going to be part of this week's lock. I think it was the weight cut after reading more on it. We've been there before. Let me any questions, comments, thoughts today? Gomez, Martinez, Lester Martinez falling off. The obvious main event that was tremendous. DB boxing fans in the house. There was only one fight for Probox on FanDuel and DraftKings for me. No, DraftKings had all three, my man. DraftKings had the Vladimir Hernandez fight, the Jacob Gomez fight, and the why am I losing my brain? Oh, well, yeah, you're right. The Lester Martinez fight came up, but it still should have had two fights on it, DB. Should have been the Jacob Gomez fight and the Vladimir Hernandez fight. I didn't put any action on the Vladimir Hernandez fight because it was 50-50 and exactly what it was. So I laid off that, but I did a 2-bet parlay with Lester Martinez and Jacob Gomez, and Lester Martinez came off, so I just hit on the standalone Jacob Gomez fight, which was obviously very easy money. It was minus 800, so we're not exactly getting rich off of that. But a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. They take time off closer to the fight. They take them off closer to the fight. I tried betting at 7:15. 7:15 Eastern time. DB, what part of the country are you in? 7:15, they might have taken it down. They don't really have live betting for those fights, and they take them down pretty early. All right, guys, I want to look at tomorrow. I'm just curious on the next two cards. I've been busy. I'm dropping an interesting fight today. I'm doing the Rocky Hernandez Gunnerman Matisse fight. I'm gonna have. Oh, this is one of those Leader Promotions cards in Detroit Eastern Time. I thought so. Okay. Look at the odds on these things, guys. I want you to see this. This is. I'm gonna watch it because I'm an idiot, right? The Mets don't play tomorrow, so I'm going to watch this nonsense. Devol Smith, a prospect I like a lot, minus 5,000. DeAndre Savage, minus 5,000. Leon Lawson, minus 1,800. Joseph Hicks, minus 5,000. A 4-pick parlay. If you hit that entire parlay, if you parlay all 4 fights, early gym session tomorrow, fellas, sign off. Gee, I'll hit you up tomorrow. Yep, appreciate you. If you guys parlay all 4 of these fights on tomorrow's card, it's minus 833. Oh, worse than the odds of Jacob Gomez winning on the money line today. It's just not worth it. Is there any props on this? No, there's no props. Even if you hit everything, you parlay the whole thing. Minus 833. Stay away from that. Don't do that. Oh, wait. That fight's and then the Gunnar Matisse fight. The Gunnar Matisse fight. Okay, I got you. What? Hang on. I'm now intrigued by this. The Rocky Hernandez Thomas Matisse fight. Hang on one second. I gotta look at something. Thomas Matisse. Oh, it's on the zone. Okay, it is on the zone. Yo, I'm interested in that card for sure. I'm definitely interested in that card. We'll take a look at that. I'm gonna have the prop out, the lockout tonight. It'll come in late tonight, but you guys will have it. I'll make sure you have it. I'm making a note of it now. I'm gonna drop this video on Rocky Hernandez versus Gunnerman Matisse, Thomas Matisse. I'll be out for you guys tonight. I've already watched all the video. I've got all the notes. I got you guys ready to get paid. The last fight for Ardell Holmes, it stayed early, and the FanDuel line was still open. Holmes got an early round 2 KO, and it was like plus 600 for the KO. I'm gonna work out a little parlay for you guys. We'll hit on a parlay. I already working on something. Just interested in seeing something here. All right. I think I know what I want to do. I think I know what I want to do. I got you guys. I got you guys on a little parlay for sure. Put everything in my account on knockout after the dude was already knocked. I like Holmes as a prospect. I do. Let me look at this real quick. Noriega. It's on the zone, right? Is this thing on the zone tomorrow, or is this thing off television? If it's off television, I will leave it off my parlay. Does anyone know? Let me check my app real quick, guys. Does anyone know if the Adriel Holmes fight is on the zone tomorrow? A lot of times those Slated Promotions cards are. Hang on. Let me check now. It is. No worries. We got boxing the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. We got plenty of boxing on. We got so much boxing on. We got boxing every day, y'all. Every day we got boxing. So that fight's on. David says, you think Berlanga got any chance for a KO? No. No, David, I don't. It's stylistic. Go watch my video on the fight. Stylistically, it's a really, really bad matchup for him. It's stylistically, it's bad. Berlanga is a pressure fighter who doesn't really break down the body. He doesn't really come in behind a jab. He just kind of wants to break you physically with his strength because he's freakishly strong. He's not going to do that, Canelo. Canelo's going to fight back. Canelo's going to break him down. I don't really see Berlanga having any chance in this fight. Stylistically, it's just a really, really bad fight. Pretty interesting card. Hang on. My HVAC guy. Hang on a second. So, funny story. My HVAC guy that does my HVAC, low key, off the record, begging this woman that lives down the street from me. My AC goes out the other day. I'm in Texas in the summer or early fall. My AC goes out. It's 95 degrees outside. So I'm calling this guy. I get no response. I see his truck pull out my block. All right, he's going to go bang the chick down the street. No. You're going to come fix my AC first. Fixes my AC, charges me $600. Whatever. He replaced the damper and gave me coolant. I'm like, $600. All right, whatever. $600. Well, that was Friday. This is now Wednesday. So 5 days later, my unit is still freezing up. I just paid you $600. And then you got to go bang the chick down the street. Forget about it. What's up, bro? You think Opalu has a chance? It's the Australian card. Yeah, probably. I mean, he's got a shot. Not sure I'm going to pick him. I don't have odds on that. What are the odds? I don't have it. I don't have it, my man. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. Salute XL. He knocked him out before, right? Yeah. You got plus 185? It's not a bad bet. It's not bad at all. Let me look this up real quick. The odds makers like this guy, the Heat, whatever they call him. Hemi Ohio. They like him a lot. I don't really know why he's never been anywhere except for 100-year-old Lucas Brown, which means absolutely nothing. Kyle Hayden says, Opu possibly plus 215. It's not bad. I'm not seeing it on DraftKings, but if you guys are getting around plus 200, it's not bad. Francisco Velasquez says, how do we tip on part of your Patreon? Well, you can tip with a super chat, Francisco, or on my Cash App. The Cash App is in the ticker below. The Cash App is 3D Boxing 817. You can tip me there, or you can tip me in the super chat. Just hit the super chat, and you can send me a super chat. Cash App at 3D Boxing 817, or just send me a super chat in the chat below. Appreciate it, guys. Vulcan says, I think Opalu is around plus 200 because probably he was more than that in the first fight. I see Opalu was winning on the cards too. Yeah. I think it's plus 200. Yeah, it's probably worth a gamble. Ohio has never beaten anyone. So why do they think he's going to win? He's lost to Opalu. He's beaten nobody. Lucas Brown. Come on. How old is Lucas Brown? Big Daddy, Lucas Brown. It doesn't even say. He's 1,000 years old, and that's the only win of note he has. I don't get it. Vulcan, who we got in the UFC this weekend? Who we got on the UFC week? Francisco. 2 questions. What's your name in the Patreon? And what did you win today? What did you win? What did you bet on today? That came through. I told you guys tentatively to bet Vladimir Hernandez that I was laying off of it. But I said Hernandez would probably win that fight, and he did. And I said it was a 50-50 fight. It proved to be a 50-50 fight. So that was entertaining. It was a really, really good scrap. I want to look at – guys, I just don't see anything worth betting tomorrow. Even if we add the Adriel Holmes fight, it's minus 435 to hit on all 5 fights. A 5-leg parlay that comes in at minus 435. I probably just wouldn't take that. You know what I would take, though? I would take this parlay right here. Adriel Holmes, Eduardo Hernandez, 2-pick parlay, minus 222. What do you guys think of that? Nice little minus 222 parlay. Adriel Holmes, Eduardo Hernandez. I don't see why not. I'm going to put that in. I'm taking that parlay right there. Drill Holmes at minus 1,000. Eduardo Hernandez 2-play parlay minus 222. We take the money that I made tonight. You put it into this fight. You hit on this one, and then Saturday, we're looking good. We're looking good. All right. I wanted to look at something too. Lay off that Rolly Ramiro action. Interesting one. Caleb Plant and Trevor McComey. That's the next one I'm hitting up. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap this up. There's still no. Someone told me there were props on this fight. There's no props. Does anyone have a book that has the props for? Oh, okay. Mexican. I'm building a parlay. Francisco Velasquez says I'm building a parlay for this weekend and plan on blessing you if we hit. Okay, appreciate it. I'm gonna release a parlay for you guys. I'm gonna give you 2 parlays this weekend. I'm gonna give you one for Thursday, Friday, and I'm gonna give you one for Saturday as well. But I'm gonna wrap this up now. Appreciate all of y'all's beautiful faces for showing up. It's September 11th. Prayers up. Never forget. From Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.